pretty interesting video today. So let me just start by saying what, at the very least, I think is the true meaning of life in general, so that the rest of the video actually makes sense. There is way too many different views and opinions on what we should strive for in life. It's love, but you will need to hear me out to fully understand what I mean by love, essentially. By the way, I had to change the setting because it was literally too annoying with all of the mosquitoes. And I actually also have a cup of coffee over here, so it's a lot better now. So we've established that it's love. Now, what is love? Loving someone is the act of giving your most greatest gift you can give to somebody else, essentially. And that particular person might be your lover, might be your parent, might be your greatest friend, your pet, anyone pretty much. But let's not generalize this topic. I today want to specifically talk about the romantic love between a man and a woman, because that's, I guess, what I can truly speak about from heart and from my experience in general. Listen, bro, love is your only true superpower as a human being. It is the greatest gift you can ever give to somebody else, trust me. Now let me say this, at the very least 80% of men are not and were never truly in love. So most probably you have never experienced being loved or loving someone to the fullest. At the very least, to me, to be truly in love, it means to be completely submerged in the feeling of safe, non-toxic, rewarding love from both of the partners, from both sides, that actually trust each other 100% inside of the relationship. Now get one part out of this equation and it's not true love, essentially. At the very least, I think it's not true love. Because of that, both of you can't really give it your all if you guys don't trust each other, if you guys actually don't love each other in some way, if you guys feel any resentment towards each other in any way, shape or form, then it is not 100% loving, fulfilling relationship. Now, nobody is perfect and you will always have things to work on, which we will talk about later. So it's not about being at the end point. It's being imperfect, but trying your best to become better, trying to build a better future for the both of you in this relationship. Let me say this, your relationship, no matter what relationship that could be, it will never be fucking perfect. Never. You will always have just something to work on so that you can essentially make it better. And that is the essence of true love. Trying to be better for the other person and trying to make the other person better, but with clear intentions. Without trying to, manipulate the other person. Trying to genuinely help them, right? Because you love them. So just let me say this again. 80 to 90% of all males don't love truly because they miss some, if not all, the steps it takes to love his woman completely. Now let me list them out. They are not giving it their all because they are either afraid of their emotions / not living true to their nature. Second one, not having trust in the relationship, just like we spoke about before. And the third is having past traumas that are unfortunately not letting them mentally and or physically bond with their lover. And actually the third one, I think, being the most common in general, because then that creates all of the problems. Even the first and the second one I just spoke about before. If you have any unresolved past traumas or stuff, I've been reading a lot about this recently because I'm just interested. If you have some unresolved shit in your head going on, then it is pretty hard actually to live with a partner and be fulfilled and be loving 100% towards them. So now, bro, your objective is to determine which problem or which problems you have and just decide to work on them as best as you can. And later on I will tell you exactly how to do it, so just don't worry, keep on watching this video, bro. Now, personally, being afraid of showing my true authentic emotions and feelings and thoughts, my intentions was my biggest problem inside of the relationship that I'm currently in. And fortunately, the key word here is was, because I'm way past that. Now, what I'm working on currently, it's mostly how to stop being afraid of rejection whilst showing my authentic side, because that's also a very big topic I can just speak about for hours on end. Second one is how to stop trying to find validation, like from the opinions of other people and especially my lover, but how I can manage it, curate it, and create it inside of me. How I can feel valued within myself without like having to ask for permission of anyone. And lastly, but not leastly, I don't know if it's even a word, how to stop being, or at least trying to be perfect at every single thing that I'm doing, essentially. So I can feel good enough for love, for deserving of love. Anyways, that's my problem. Hear me out now. You should dedicate every second of your time on this earth towards being the most open, most loving, caring, and hardworking person you can be. Take a look at this. I will put it on like the screen for you to just read out. To love without condition, to talk without intention, to give without reason, care without expectation. That's the spirit of true love. From now on, bro, this needs to be your mantra if you want your life essentially to have meaning, because without experiencing true love, you're pretty much just a shell of a man that you could be, bro. Imagine how much like self-improvement progress you would actually make by finally experiencing something such spiritual as finding that one person that you can absolutely dedicate yourself to for the rest of your life and trying to become better with that person, with that one person, right? I'm not sure what you might be into. You might want to just, you know, play around with these all of these women if you're like immature and stuff. But personally, bro, these are none of my goals. And if you're watching this, most probably neither these are your goals. They are pretty much not, because you would not be watching this video right now. Am I right? And also, my next biggest tip of this whole video is pretty much you cannot let life happen to you. You have to happen to life. You can't just be doing nothing and like doing anything and hoping for the best. If you want to have someone you love like this next to you, then you have to work your ass off for it, bro, especially if you're a man. And I know that you are, because you're watching this. Honestly, bro, I'm not trying to like brag or something, but do you think I would be in a pretty good fucking relationship, like the longest relationship I've ever been in? Like, it's almost been a year now, I guess. Do you think I would be with this such a great girl if I was a loser? No, of course not. If I would look terrible, if I would not have any sense of humor, if I was not making any money, if I wasn't like patient, caring enough to be in a long-term relationship, of course she wouldn't choose me. She chose me because of who I am, right? She sees the potential and then further nourishes me, nourishes my soul and my goals so I can just excel at life. And that is exactly what I wish for every one of you watching this right now, because you may not have that in your life just yet. Okay, so this pretty much the whole thing was just an intro to the video. This will be a very long video, so buckle the fuck up. This is the first actual point of this like video that I have scripted. So essentially now I am going to expand on the 3 main reasons why men are not in love, essentially. First one was that they are afraid of their emotions and not living true to their nature and desires. One thing I should really tell you from the start, bro, you should not feel scared. You should not ever feel afraid when you're with the right person. If you are afraid to just be yourself, be chill, essentially, and to live true to your intentions, thoughts, desires, goals, to live true to your present thoughts, then she is simply not the one for you. Sorry, not sorry, bro, but it is for the better you. If you are in such relationship where you feel literally afraid to express yourself, it's not the right relationship for you, bro. Trust me. But very important, do not confuse it with just feeling stress because it happens to all of us. You can be stressed, let's say, before seeing her, because it's pretty funny, because like we've been for a good year now together, and I still sometimes feel stressed when I see her. And I think it's actually a pretty good sign, but it is just stress. I don't feel afraid, I just feel mild stress sometimes. I guess it's because I genuinely value her. So I guess stress is kind of a good thing in a relationship, even long term. But do not overtake all of your like emotions and thoughts. Be chill for most of the time. Sometimes you might feel stressed, you can't control it essentially. Sometimes it will just happen, right? But if you can never open up and just feel welcomed to be yourself. If you can't really feel free for most of the time, then either leave the relationship or work on becoming essentially more confident, more honest, and more masculine around her. Now, I know that this like advice might actually contradict many of your beliefs. I know some of you might think that acting completely like by being yourself in front of this girl, that your girl might become less attracted to you, because doesn't she want this completely masculine, driven, hardworking man that you should be, the killer guy with no emotions? Well, no, the answer is no. To be fair, bro, if she actually does love you, she would be even more happy. She only would be more pulled towards you if you started acting like kind of weird, like laughing, being yourself, the kind of way you wish to act whenever you're feeling happy, or whenever you're feeling angry, or whenever you're feeling sad. Actually expressing your emotions, but not in a toxic way, in a controlled but like mature way. Women do like to see a different side of you, and that's a fact. They don't only want to see you as this hardworking masculine guy, because if you're a one-dimensional man, then what man are you really? It essentially just keeps them more engaged. Like if this would be a red pill tactic, then I would tell you that this keeps them more engaged and, you know, interested in you because now they don't exactly know what your next move might be. They won't really know what to expect of you the next time you show up, essentially. Like, I guess. So again, if you're in this position where you're not really sure if you should show your if you should show your true self to your girl because you might think that it will make her less attracted to you, then I bet she is not the one also. Because hear me out, bro. What is the point of being in a relationship without actually being yourself to the other person? If you want to spend time with this person, the worst thing you can do is to act in some other way than you would naturally act. It's stupid, right? And so then be you and be completely unapologetic about it. As long as you're just a good person. Get that shit out of here. And let me plug in the cam so you won't miss out on any content, cause my camera will die. It should be working right now. It is. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Also, bro, if you have any like desires that you are currently suppressing in your relationship, and let's speak about it. These desires might be sexual, they might be emotional, they might be, bro, any desires that you might have, right, in this relationship. As long as they are like your real desires that you feel within yourself that you want to get out from this relationship, that you want to fulfill essentially. Bro, I have to stop saying essentially. You might or actually have to inform her about every one of those. And it might be really uncomfortable. That's what I exactly was speaking about. If you have anything that you're kind of hiding from her, tell her exactly everything to the point where you have nothing else to say to her. Like you understand each other without saying a word. Always inform her about such things and work on meeting your and your partner's desires, on your needs. Never suppress anything, even if you think that she might think it's weird. Never do that. Again, if she doesn't accept that, and it's not like completely weird, she's just not the one. Move on, bro. Second point, which I'm going to expand on, is not having trust, real trust in the relationship. And this one ain't about to be talked a lot, like, because I don't have many things to explain about not having trust in a relationship. But it's a very simple fact. With no trust inside of this relationship, you just can't love each other fully. Because instead of feeling love, you will be feeling feeling anxiety, you will be feeling stress, you will be getting those fucked up thoughts inside of here. You will be overwhelmed all of the time. Oh shit, where she might be right now? Is she like cheating on me? What is she doing right now? She isn't replying to my texts. What the fuck is happening? And I know that because I've been through that shit. You have to be able to trust her fully. If not, then work on it. And if that doesn't work, leave her. So build trust with the person you're planning to like build your future with. That is the only way. Only then, with that, you can be loving to her like 100% 100% commitment, not going back. But that also means that you have to be responsible and that you can be trustworthy to her. So also, all of you motherfuckers that are, like I said previously, like you are not mature enough to be with this one girl. If you are this type of person that would randomly cheat, if you are this type of person that is completely immature, that goes to parties, fucks himself up, and then fucks some other people that he doesn't even know, then one, you should fucking slap yourself in the face. Second thing, you should think twice about who you even are. And the third thing is change, bro. Change. It is not the way, trust me. Personally, I've never been this type of person because I never planned on being this type of person because it's a trash existence. And no one can fully trust you because of doing that. I genuinely don't think I would ever be in such relationship if I even was previously that person. I never was, and I'm very happy about that, so trust me, do not follow this path. Third point is having the past traumas and stuff that don't let you really bond with your partner on a physical or emotional or like, I don't know, any other like level. Now, these things mostly stem from your childhood, like early childhood. So I've been reading this one book, let me show you. In Polish it's called Zintegrowana Męskość, and it was written by the author Marcin Wąsik. So I don't know if you're watching this, then I'm giving you a shout out, I guess. By now I've really enjoyed reading that book. And the author is like also a father and a businessman. He's like a pretty good guy. Now, in it, he mostly speaks about like masculinity and just relationships in general, like relationship dynamics, traumas that you might have that you need to uncover and work on to be a better lover. And these type of traumas are pretty much always built in literally the youngest years of your life. Like I'm talking about the first or second year of your entire lifespan, and its correlation to how your parents used to treat you as a child, as like literally a newborn, when your brain was just still developing and growing its different parts. Like I, for example, have this kind of tendency to be this nice guy person for some reason. And he says that like the things that he was describing in this book, like the things that he was saying in here, are very, very similar to what I'm experiencing even right now. Over here he spoke about like matczyna rana, and I guess it's like translated to, I don't want to say mommy issues because I don't know that shit, it's like weird. Anyways, it's very interesting because I spoke about this to both of my parents and they both think that they never really used to treat me in any of those ways that he was speaking about here. So I shouldn't even have any of those like issues, I guess, inside of my relationship, inside of my mentality. They just said that they don't think they ever treated me in such ways. But I don't know, I still act very, very similarly to what he was exactly describing in this book. Like the one of the traumas that he just was writing about. Maybe it's because of different reasons, to be fair, I don't know. Maybe I will figure it all out one day. Right now, what I do know is that I kind of do have those beliefs, behaviors, so now I'm trying to resolve it, all of it, and work on it. Now, my best piece of advice regarding this whole topic about having traumas, going through pretty wrong stuff in your childhood and stuff, my biggest point here is you also have to go through learning about this and resolving this issue. And the best thing you can do for that is literally just buy some good books like on relationships and read those. On attachment styles, relationship issues, traumas, all of that good stuff. All of that bad stuff actually, but that will bring you good results if you focus on it. if you actually have those traumas, because that's how you learn. That's how you learn. That's how you become more perspicacious of those mental behaviors and also physical behaviors. That's been one of my biggest problem, to be fair. And you work on them. This is exactly how you work on them. And that is exactly what I'm doing right now. I can't give you like exact examples, but I am working on those things. And point number 4, which is a bonus, is I wanted to really speak about, it's pretty much in the title of this video, how to actually love your woman properly. How do you love her once you have this great woman that you want to be in a long-term relationship with? First point, and these points I've already spoken about, but let me just say them one more time. Be open, be honest, don't, hide anything from her. Anything. Never hold back. Second one is trust her fully or just don't commit. Third one is work on yours and your partner's past traumas so you can both grow in this love, in this relationship that you are creating. If they exist, of course. I mean, not the girl, but the traumas. Now, what I really wanted to say in this point is you have to build patience within yourself. That is the most important takeaway, bro. I learned this the hard way multiple times. You have to build so much patience within yourself. Like, the one piece of advice I can give you, bro, be as patient as you humanly can, because I assure you, there will be times where you literally want to throw stuff around, but you just can't because you're not an emotional bitch. You still have to be loving and caring towards her, even if she acts disrespectful towards you. You still have to be like loving, right? You still have to care because you want to be with her. You can't let your emotions take over. Definitely not if they are like literally so bad that you just want to scream at her or something. Bro, never let yourself do that shit. I'm not telling you to suppress your emotions. I'm telling you to use the same energy in a different way so you don't hurt anyone. The female energy needs patience. It needs you to be more patient and loving, because if you're not, then I assure you the relationship won't last more than 2 months. And just like I said, next point, never get too offended or too emotional by what she might say to you, what she might do to you. Of course, if it's not like something really wrong. Never be offended by her essentially testing your masculinity. A very good book which speaks about it is The Way of the Superior Man. I know you've heard about this book 1,000 times before, but it is for a reason. The book is really good and you should read it. If you are a heterosexual male that is looking for a feminine woman, definitely. A great book that speaks about all of the tests that she will do to her man to test if he actually loves her, if he is that masculine, still patient guy that you say you are, essentially. I said essentially again. Fuck. Like, how to be yourself in the relationship, how to not shy away from any of your desires towards her, like all of that good stuff, right? So again, be loving, be caring, be extremely patient and understanding of her. Even if she literally doesn't make sense, at least try to. At least pretend that you know what she's speaking about. You need to become never changing in your love towards her. Even if shit happens, you have to be still. It will be, and actually let me speak about this. It's pretty interesting because many times you might think of yourself like you're literally acting like a simp. I mean it in a way of, okay, she is literally disrespecting you, she is doing all of this, and of course if a woman is doing it constantly and you're not getting any breaks from it, if she is like testing you or just literally being mean to you all day every day, then she is most probably just a bad person. But women work in a way where they love you, where they can love you a lot, but they will just test you, they will test your masculinity, so they will, bring up examples of how you were not, as masculine in the past, of the stuff you did wrong, just, those really small stuff, just her getting angry at you doing, of you breathing too loud, like when she's on her period and stuff like that. This shit happens, trust me. You sometimes literally might feel like you are kind of a simp because she might be like disrespecting you, testing you, and you still have to be like loving and open towards her, even though she is like mean to you. And it sometimes will feel like this, but at least for now, I am not like a professional at this, maybe not yet. At least for now, what I think is the best way, what worked for me countless times, is never change your emotional frequency. Always be loving towards her, no matter what shit happens, right? Always be open, always want to like hug her, kiss her, always have humor. That's a very good point. Always have humor, always be positive, no matter what shit happens, right? Because you have to be like the backbone of the relationship. She has to be able to trust you and to put all of her emotional like waves at you. You have to be still to remain like unchanged in your love towards her so that she can fully trust you. It's like actually pretty complicated. Again, The Way of the Superior Man is a great book. You should read that. It explains it like I would never even be able to. And yeah, just why like I said, it will happen, and best thing you can do, stay still in your love. Like be this loving guy. Now, most of the time it will take her some time to kind of adjust to your emotional frequency. But once she does, and it usually takes it's not like a general rule, but for me it takes about 15 minutes to half an hour. But I'm telling you, and I'm like telling you just to give you some good advice. I'm not like trying to be this, I don't know. I know that if someone is watching this right now, you might think that I'm some sort of player that is giving you tactics. Completely not. I'm just giving you some advice from my perspective so you can have better relationships, like better loving long-term relationships, okay? I don't want any of you to think that I'm some player, because I'm not, and I never will be. Now, it will take some time for her to open up, but when she does, trust me, bro, it was all worth it. Being the simp, being the kind person towards her, even though she was kind of mean to you, it all is like pays off. All of your efforts will be worth it, trust me. And how do you do that? Because I gave you like very generalized advice. How do you specifically make her adjust to your like vibrations or some stuff like this? Actually, it all depends on what type of woman she is, but for me, essentially, it is always to have this type of humor. Whenever I can, I make some pretty funny jokes, and she actually laughs at those, even if she's like mad, and that usually gets her on the same frequency. I always try to like hug her, do stuff that is like very romantical, and she usually opens up. It's really funny because like for you watching, most probably you don't even know who I am speaking about. I've never opened up about this person like on this channel, and I think it's for a good reason. I never want to be like publicly speaking about my relationships, but just to give you perspective, I'm making these videos mostly to actually like help you without putting all of this pressure on my personal life. This is what I'm currently learning, and I'm trying my best to help you with what I learned recently. It's not like I have all of the, answers, and it's not like I want to expose everything in my life so that then, I don't know, when we break up or something bad happens, like, I don't know, bro, life happens, so that all of you can like attack me and stuff. I'm not like really trying to do that, right? And yeah, but bro, if you haven't yet already gotten yourself a girlfriend, then click the first link inside of the description so I can teach you. Stay abnormal, bro. That was so cringe, bro. I'm never doing plugs again.